All right, everyone. Welcome to today's charting session. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we typically look at either yung mga trending names, and by that, I mean yung mga pangalan na maaaring malaki yung ginalaw, whether to the upside or to the downside, or perhaps malaki yung value traded, or generally speaking, mas minamatahan lang po ng mga tao. Also, tumatanggap din po tayo ng mga chart requests. So kung meron po kayong mga requests, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Alright, so let's start off with MBT, no? Which was a requested chart. Ano na nga ba nangyayari dito? So, after natin mag-form ng mga highs dito from before, di ba? Essentially, ang nangyari was we kinda sorta formed a very, very weird looking head and shoulders pattern. But even if you disregard yung pattern, ang pinakamasasabi natin is we broke support here and here. Diba? With just one candle, etong red candle na to. After we broke down, may continuation. Then as always, we came back, tested yung previous support from underneath. Then we gapped down sa red candle na to. And then ang nangyari was after we gapped down, price came back here, tagged etong previous area na to, which acted as both resistance and support before, no? So hindi naaagulat na naging support na naman siya again. From there, we bounce, bumalik tayo dito sa gap na na-form natin. Now, hindi na-fill yung gap ng tuluyan, then we started rolling over pababa na naman, no? So ano yung iniingatan natin dito? First things first, we don't want to see it trade beneath tong 50 pesos. If it can trade beneath 50, then I think it might come back and retag etong naiwan na low before at 47. Diba? Baka mangyari is bumalik siya dito, mag-range muna tayo as the market tries and figure out what it wants to do. Tapos from there, titignan natin kung tataas ba ulit or bababa. Okay? Ang bullish scenario naman for me, kapag nandito na yung price, is for us to not only retake tong 55.7, pero gusto ko nang ma-retake tong buong white na zone. If we can retake tong buong white na zone, then I think that opens up a decent possibility na mabalikan natin yung naiwan na high from before at 63 pesos more or less, no? 63.6. So if we can come back up, reclaim tong white zone, then I think it opens up this area and we might trade back dito sa 63.6, and then from there we can see if we can start pushing even higher. Okay? Now, kung kunwari ngayon pa lang kayo naghahanap ng potential entry dito sa MBT and that's the reason bakit nyo to request, I would suggest na again, konting patience lang muna. Price is in the middle of nowhere. I sincerely doubt na for most systems that people use ay may signal kayo na makukuha to enter right about where we are right now. Okay? So, konting ingat lang po. Wag po nating pangunahin yung impatience natin only to find na after natin gawin yon, makaka-experience lang tayo ng drawdown. Next, pag-usapan po natin yung ACEN, no? Now, tong ACEN, patuloy pa rin po yung pagbaba niya. We still have been forming new lows. Okay? Ang pinaka-masasabi ko lang na may kinda sorta na saving grace dito sa ACEN is we did break above tong previous minor swing high, but only briefly, no? We broke above it briefly. Now we're pulling back down. Now, kung mag-hold tong 7.6 more or less na area na to, meaning hindi tayo mag-create ng new low. 'Di ba? Ito ang low ng candle na to was at 7.43, no? So assuming hindi tayo mag-create ng new low, tapos mag-create tayo instead ng higher low, then maybe it's an early sign na baka magkaroon tayo ng at the very least temporary reversal. Now, para maging bullish ako dito sa ACEN, I still really want price to clear etong white zone natin na to. 'Di ba? Now, I put the fibs on because minsan may natatanggap ako mga tanong na nasa 38.2 na siya or something, or nasa 61.8 na. I am not gonna argue yung efficacy ng fibs kasi depende po yan sa gamit nyo eh. If it works for you, then of course it works for you. But I wouldn't wait personally na mabasag muna tong 38.2 before I become bullish. Para sa akin, enough na mabasag tong white zone na to kasi it's a decent inflection point that has acted as support, resistance, support, diba? Support dito, and so on, no? Resistance pa dyan. So I want to see price clear that, and then we can rediscuss what it looks like if and when mangyari man po yun. However, as I said, yun nga, if we roll over and break beneath tong 7.43, then highly likely we come back and tag tong white zone na naiwan from before. And if mabasag yan, then we might come back and revisit tong mga lows na naiwan dati. Ngayon, itong dito, I wanted you guys to see the bigger picture first before we zoomed in. Okay, para lang mas malinaw talaga na when I say na direction is down, ay walang confusion, walang arguments, walang kahit na ano. Okay? Ayoko kasi makipagtalo na, kasi kapag sa zoom in mo, ganito eh. Let's just look at the bigger picture muna first and foremost na we are heading downwards. Diba? Lower highs, lower lows, textbook. Alright? Now, let's zoom in a bit. Dito, when we zoom in, after nung push higher, after yung, di ba, yung SRO drama, debacle, whatever you wanna call it, we experience na mabawi agad yung move na yon. Di ba? As always, we say na kapag mabilis yung move up, tendency is mabilis din yung move down if mababawi siya. And yun nga yung nangyari. After we broke beneath tong 5.5, we came back, retested it from underneath, nakita natin nag-hold, nag-print tong candle na to ng bearish engulfing, and yung sumunod na candle sa kanya is ranging lang, meaning it's trading within the bounds of tong candle na to. Okay? Now, if from here, ang bullish scenario for me is if we can retake tong 5.5 and start trading firmly above it again, that opens up this range above from 5.5 hanggang mga 6.2. Okay? I wouldn't go beyond that just yet kasi maaaring temporary move higher lang, 'di ba? Temporary move higher that will see us still trapped within the original range here. Kung from there mabasag natin yung 6.24, we'll talk again more about this, no? But until that happens, yun lang yung pinaka bullish scenario na tinitingnan ko dito sa dito. However, if from here we roll over and come back and tag tong 4.61, number one, we hope na mag-hold yung support, lalo na sa mga bullish ng dito, no? Number two, it confirms that we are still stuck within this trading range here. And number three, if mabasag tong 4.61, then we might finally come back and tag tong area na to na support from before. So that's between 3.5 to 3.9, no? So, konting ingat-ingat lang po. Wag po nating ipilit. Let's not force na, sige, mag-average down tayo, tataas din yan. At this point in time, kung itong move up na to hindi tumuloy, na negate din, kumbaga, if every bullish move is being countered by another stronger bearish move, hindi po ba mas maganda na lalo po tayong maging mas maingat muna at mas conservative rather than trying to force something that might not even be there? Okay? If ma-reclaim natin tong 5.5 and then subsequently tong 6.24, again, we'll rediscuss yung structure then, no? But for now, I think prudence muna. Okay? Patience is king. Don't force the trade. Wala pa pong any very bullish na makikita dito sa structure na to, at least not for me dito sa daily time frame. Next, tignan natin yung SMC, no? Now, SMC has more or less been marching to the beat of its own drum. Okay? Pababa pa rin siya overall. It's still stuck within this wider range here. Kung titingnan natin yung bigger picture, yes, we overshot dito. Binilikan niya more or less yung support na nag-form dito sa mga range lows from before. And then, after nating i-reclaim tong 103 pesos na level, it came back and tag itong nag-form na previous support dito. Diba? It acted as previous support here, here, and acted as previous resistance here. So when price came back, hindi naagulat na nakahanap tayo ng some type of reaction there, no? Now, if price comes back and mag-hold ngayon tong 103, then maybe mai-stock muna tayo sa range na to between 103 to 110. If however, wala man lang kahit konting reaction dito sa 1.3, babaan lang natin siya, parang daanan lang natin. Then baka nag-widen na yung range to the downside, meaning hindi na ngayon ito yung tinitingnan natin na range, baka ito na. Yung from 98 pesos hanggang 110 na yung tinitingnan natin na potential range dito sa SMC if sakali man na bumaba to ulit and hindi niya i-respect altogether tong 103. However, kung mabasag natin yung 110 to the upside, then that opens up this segment above from 110 hanggang 115.7. And if mabasag yung 115.7, then mag-open up yung possibility na mabalikan natin tong double top na naiwan from before around 121, 122 pesos. Okay? However, again, the reason why we always zoom out sa mga charts is kung titingnan natin in the bigger picture, we are still trending downwards. High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Diba? Lower high and so on, no? Yes, nagkaroon tayo ng konting overshoot dito, but that could be more an aberration rather than part of the overall trend. Baka nataon lang na ito pala yun, tas tumuloy lang tayo pababa, rather than ito saying na, hindi, nag-high na tayo. Kasi kahit na essentially nag-form tayo ng potential high ulit dito, ang naging kasunod is lower low na naman eh. Diba? So again, baka parang aberration lang to, more kumbaga a blip in the radar rather than an actual change or reversal. Okay? Dahil yun yung nangyari eh. Ang naging kasunod niya is nag-form lang tayo ulit ng lower low. So if you're trading etong SMC, again, you could trade the range if you're a range trader. Diba? You could segment it like I do and then take profits along the way, assuming you want to trade ng yung range nga niya. Diba? Or just simply wait na magkaroon tayo ng breakout, a clear breakout from 122 might signal na okay, sige, ready na tayo. We broke out of this range. Baka balikan na natin tong mga highs na naiwan from before. Finally, tignan po natin yung PX, no? So we looked at this late last week as well, but I've been receiving a lot of requests about it. So pinagbibigyan ko lang and we'll do another analysis on PX, no? So price has been trying to move higher. Okay? After nung strong fall niya, very, very steep, no? Again, yan na naman, nakikita na naman natin, very strong move up. Diba? Na masyadong mabilis, walang base, walang kahit na ano. Kapag bumaksak, mabilis din. So, I'm thinking na, yes, it could keep moving higher. Diba? Perhaps come back and tag tong area na to. Diba? Nagkaroon tayo ng brief consolidation prior to price moving down. Okay, so maybe it comes back and tags this. But I'm worried na baka maging malakas na magnet kung baga tong double bottom na naiwan. Baka after natin abutin yan, balikan lang natin ulit tong double bottom na to. Bakit? Kasi usually kapag may ganyan, may nagpo-form na liquidity dyan eh. Maraming maiinit na mata na nandito. Mga maybe nagbabantay na gusto bumili kapag bumalik at support, tas ikakat agad kapag nabasag tong double top. Mga naghihintay na makabili ng mura. Or, yung mga nakabili ng mas mataas pero gusto nila yung stop nila beneath this. So again, maraming reasons na minamatahan siya ng mga tao and usually, yung mga ganong types of areas, diba, I'm kinda drawn to them, napapansin ko sila agad just because na I realize na if price gets there, odds are magkakaroon ng reckoning. Either tuluyan siyang mababasag or baka isweep lang yung lows kung mag-gather ng liquidity only to fake the bears out tapos magiging bear trap pala. Okay, so iniingat-ingatan ko lang tong area na to. So if we come back here, mag-hold to or even balikan tong naiwan na gap tas roll over, then I'll be worried na babalikan natin yung double bottom here from before. So it's not gonna be easy para makumambyo, kung baga, na masabi ko kagad na hindi, bullish na ulit yung structure nitong PX simply because I have that bias. Now, am I saying that that bias is correct? Of course not. The market is always correct. Just because I have that bias, it doesn't mean that it's gonna play out. Diba? In fact, it could be to my detriment na meron na akong ganung bias. So, di nyo po ako kailangan sundin. Sinasabi ko lang yung isa sa mga potential scenarios na naglalaro sa utak ko. However, let's say na ma-reclaim natin tong 5.95, 6 pesos area. Ma-reclaim natin to, no? Tapos we come back na ngayon mag-hold. Tapos we start pushing higher. Then, and only then, may isip ko na, teka, baka may nagbabago. Okay? Baka ginamit niya to as base, move higher, base ulit, then perhaps we push higher from there and mabalikan natin tong naiwan na high dito or tong 7 pesos na resistance na naiwan from before. So I'm gonna start considering that kung may makita akong ganong type of structure na mag-form along the way. Again, mahirap pong sabihin na automatic magiging ganon na. I really need to see what happens moving forward. Kaya usually I like to leave a bit of time from my initial analysis to my next analysis sa isang stock, no? Para lang mag-play out ng konti yung chart and may mas mag-form na structure. But since very in demand, a lot of people are looking at this. This is kind of what I want to see moving forward. I'm not gonna commit to just one type of structure. Kung umabot man tayo dyan, kung mangyari man to, I promise we'll rediscuss it then para sama-sama nating maobserbahan kung ano yung potential na pwede mangyari from there. But for now, yun yung mga scenarios na tinitingnan ko. If mabasag altogether itong white zone na to, meaning we close beneath it, we test it from underneath, mag-hold, then roll over, then I think wala nang question, it's gonna look a lot na bearish. We'll likely come back and revisit tong mga lows na naiwan natin from before. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!